Billionaire blood-sucking fiends. AI is taking over your job. AI data centers. World War III right around the corner. Horrible leaders. This is what Gen Z grew up with. See? Not so very nice. I mean, we've had our cards dealt with as soon as we were born, before we were even born. Gen Z has this doomer mentality, and can you really blame them? Even I had a doomer mentality at some point. I was like, what's the point of living? Everything's just gonna go to the trash. Everything's just gonna go to the toilet. Why are we even doing any of this? Why are we even going to college? Why are we even saving money? But life still goes on. Life still goes on. And that is the exact mentality and philosophy of the Nahua. Also, this is how exactly the Aztecs felt 500 years ago. They also had a doomer mentality. Can you believe it? I mean, we are more closer, we relate more to the Aztecs than boomers.
Get that you're overwhelmed and scared, but I can tell you how to fix it. I mean, if I were you, I'd start working about 80 hours a week.
The Aztecs believed that the world would end in a catastrophic and violent way. Similar to how Gen Z feels the looming apocalypse just around the corner. Through economic hardships, unstable lifestyles, AIs, wars, everything in between. The Aztecs survived this sort of feeling 500 years ago, and at the same time built one of the most advanced civilizations in their time. What did they actually know that we don't? What philosophy were they teaching? What philosophy were they living by? Gen Z grew up with the feeling of Western philosophy. They were taught that if they just worked really hard and saved their money and took a little bit of risks throughout their life, that they would succeed, that they would achieve the American dream. But as we all know, that is not how the real world works. Unfortunately, Western philosophy is your pain, your problem, you deal with it. If you find success individually, congrats, you get awarded. But that's it. No more, no less. You gotta work just like the rest of us. You know? It's like that one dude from that one meme. You got soft hands, boy. You got soft hands.
Let me tell you something, buddy. I went to bed at 2, woke up at 4. I've got enough nicotine and Red Bull in me to kill a baby elephant 85-hour workday because I do it for my wife and kids.
Man, these hands don't work. That's the American philosophy right there. Now, Nahua philosophy is very interesting because their whole outlook on life is totally the opposite. Their first most important thing is that community was the biggest strength that you had. If you had no tribe, if you had no community around you, you were poor, basically. You had no status. And so if you want a status max, you gotta get out there and go bonkers on that. You gotta do tricks on it. And I think of it like this. Your people and my people are one. We flow as one. It's just like water. We don't say, hey, look at this individual water here. No, we don't say that. We say, oh, this is just water. That's how they basically thought. They didn't think of themselves as individual as much, but they thought of themselves as a part of a bigger ecosystem of one bond. They also believe that instead of rejecting the chaos and acting like it's not there in the world, they actually embraced it and lived alongside it. Now, this goes into the slippery earth concept that I talked about on TikTok. Hey guys, if you don't follow me on TikTok, I'm posting a lot of stuff on there. And follow my TikTok, go do that. Also, if you haven't hit like, hit subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. So again, you live alongside chaos. You don't reject it, you embrace it. Western philosophy is you're treated as a failure. If you fail in a project, or you fail at your job, or you fail at a business you try to start or something, try to learn an instrument, in Western philosophy, in the Western world, you are looked as a failure, point and blank. But, for example, in the Nahua philosophy, it's embraced, it is welcomed because you are aware that there is failure. People are more welcoming of failure. It's not that they're welcoming, but they are, that it exists, and they know that they can fail. And the only important part is that we know that we can get back up. That is the difference. It's a way of living in the pocket of uncertainty while at the same time not letting it confuse you. And for example, Gen Z right now is drowning in chaos. They are not living beside it. They are actively resisting chaos. They're fighting against AI, economic collapse, political instability. And see, Western philosophy keeps telling Gen Z, you gotta fix it on your own. If you don't like something that's going on in your town or whatever, you gotta go out there and fix it for yourself. That's what Western philosophy says. And I do agree with that. I mean, you have to get out there and work for what you want. But the problem with Western philosophy is that the cost of that is immense, like failure. People, you fail, you get shamed. In Nahua philosophy, you don't get shamed. It's embraced. You're like, oh, he tried something, it failed, and now we get back up and let's keep moving. And that's basically it. I mean, Gen Z lives like this. I mean, Gen Z is some of the most gung-ho active generation out here. Their basic think that they're invincible. I mean, and they act like this too because failure to Gen Z is nothing to them. It is literally nothing to them. Gen Z has, under the circumstances that we're in today's world, they have adopted this philosophy on their own. They just haven't named it yet, but the Aztecs have already been practicing that 500 years ago. So remember, chaos is not the enemy. Chaos is a part of life. It's like yin and yang, kind of. You have to accept it. And life must be lived. This is the Nepantla story. Honestly, this story is so powerful and so profound in 2026 because the relatability is insane. It's one-to-one. Okay, I'll have to read this. Read this like it's a bedtime story. All right. In 1581, a Dominican farrier named Diego Duran was frustrated with an anonymous indigenous man who did something contrary to colonial and Catholic expectations. He angrily asked him why. The indigenous man took his time, calmly replied, "Padre, don't stress yourself out. We are all still Nepantla." Duran went looking for what the word meant, and what he found only frustrated him more. The indigenous man was saying, "I'm not yet what you want me to be. I am still between the old ways and the new. Still in the middle of conflicting obligations, still on the way." Because Gen Z is that indigenous man. A system telling you who to be, what to do, how to live, and you're standing there saying, "I'm not ready. I'm still in between." Maybe right now you're scared of war, maybe scared of famine, living paycheck to paycheck, hating your job, hating your boss, maybe your car just broke down. Maybe you're on your last dollar watching this video. Nepantla doesn't tell you to pretend that's okay. It doesn't tell you to be emotionless or detached. You can be sad, you can be angry, you can be frustrated, you can feel everything, but you are not so closely attached. You are not so closely attached so that it becomes a part of you, or it becomes you, because you live in the middle, and the middle is actually where your power is. That is Nepantla. That is your true self. Now here's where some people get confused, and I have trouble pronouncing this word, but it's I think it's Tlalticpac. All right, so bear with me. The slippery earth concept, we've also talked to this on TikTok, by the way. That word literally means that the surface of the earth is slippery. The word literally means that the earth is slippery, and the Aztecs and the Nahua believe this. And what it actually means is that the world is chaotic by nature and violent. This reminds me of Murphy's Law. What will go wrong can go wrong. And it's kind of a parallel of that too. Except it's not the things that would go wrong that you should be afraid of. It's that you have to be okay with things going wrong, because chaos is the natural state of the world. See, Western culture promotes toxic positivity. The American dream tells you that if you work hard enough and you save enough, that everything will be perfect and there will be a happy ending in your life. Nahua philosophy completely deconstructs that. Because the goal of life was never to reach the permanent ending of happiness. The goal is to master skating through chaos without falling over and picking yourself back up every single time. Think of it like driving a car. Everyone drives a car sometime in their life. And you know that you could get in a car crash. You know that you have to maintenance the car. Think of the car like Earth. The car needs its own maintenance. The car can crash. You could probably die in the car. And yet you still go to the car. You still drive the car every day, or whenever you drive the car, you don't think about it. You don't think that day that you will get in a car crash or die or have to do a repair or something like that. That is exactly the philosophy of the Nahua. The earth is slippery and chaotic in its own right, and yet we still get to live. We still go out in the world and pursue our goals because we know failure could be right around the corner. And the point is that it's okay to be aware of it. It's okay to know as long as we get back up. So here's what I want you to take away from this video and Nahua's philosophy. Every time you keep going, you keep getting back up, something is pushing you down. Maybe you lose a job, maybe you get scammed, maybe something happens to your money and it goes away. If you are still pushing forward, even through the chaos, that is Tlalticpac. Every time you exist between two worlds, two identities, two versions of yourself, that is Nepantla. Your ancestors built one of the most advanced civilizations with their philosophy of the slipping of the earth. And they did it as a community, as one civilization. Subscribe because we're just getting started with this Nahua philosophy. I'm reading so much about it. I'm researching and I'm diving deep into that, if you know what I'm saying. Let me know what your comments are. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with this philosophy, or do you think it's just mumbo jumbo? Do you practice it every day, or are you just living with it? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And I guess that's it. See you in the next video. Drop the comments. What should I make next time? Peace out.